should never have to feel this way.
Hello, talk to me. Where you at? I'm en route right now. Right now. It's an easy call. It's the answer call. Stop playing. Answer the call to your purpose.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another dope episode of The Answer Call with your favorite host, rocking with Aaliyah
And Zaya Halita.
Y'all, we got somebody very special in the building. Power 2, better known as Ruben with Water Your Flaws. Y'all, look at our furniture. Look at this furniture.
And we steady elevating every day, but we got to give a shout out to Power 2 because he came here and decked us out. And as we answering the call to our journeys and just continue to move forward with everything we got going on over here, we got people like Ruben who helping us. And I just want to say, you know, doing interior design, set design, being a creative, it's not easy. So I just want to jump into it. Like, how did all of this come about, being an interior designer?
Well, I was always into art, so that was like my niche. I always tried to incorporate art wherever it was in, whatever I was doing, but mostly it was clothing before this. So as COVID came along, I was kind of like just fiddling my thumbs. I just stopped working as a teacher. I was just trying to figure out like, yo, what are you gonna do next? And I always used to create stuff on paper, but I never would bring it to fruition. So I had created a sneaker lamp, and through the pandemic, I brought it to fruition. I made like 50 of them, and I sold out of all of them. So I was like, you know what? If I can sell out of these, then I can get myself to the next level, whether it be, I wanted to do stage design, but I knew I had to like get myself up to that point. So I just took it one step at a time and was like, you know what? Let me start making tables, chairs, and little stuff like that. And it got me all the way to Houston.
Yeah, you didn't know. So how has that transition been, coming all the way from New York all the way to Houston? I'm pretty sure that's a big transition.
Yeah, Houston's is very different than New York in every way.
What you mean? Give us some examples.
It's bigger. It's in New York, people will be rude to you. Here, people will just ignore you. Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah.
So, and just also creatively wise, Houston's really like the place for entrepreneurs. It feels like if you have something, whether it be a business or you're creative, here you can actually see benefit from it.
Yeah.
In New York, I kind of felt like, not that there was an overwhelming of competition, but say if you do something like, I don't know, something else artistic, it's kind of like the rapper that don't want to support the rapper. The creative don't want to support the creative. So it's a lot of ego up there. And out here, I see people who they'll support you and they don't even know you.
Yeah.
They'll keep supporting you.
Regardless of the relationship.
Regardless of, I had a guy when I first moved here, he had bought a table from me. He liked it so much, the next week he came and bought a basketball hoop, bought another table, bought a gift for his mom. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, bro, either this guy really likes my furniture or, but then I thought, man, some people when they find something they like or someone, they like to keep supporting them.
Yeah.
So once I get to that level of Virgil and all these other creatives, people are gonna be like, yeah, I got this from that. Because I got a lot of Virgil clothing before he was who he is.
Yeah.
And it means more to me now than the stuff that Louis Vuitton made and all that.
So would you say like Virgil is one of your inspirations?
Definitely. He's the reason why I created the sneaker lamp.
Wow.
Yeah. Before he passed away, it was like a year or two before he passed away, I came out with it. It's supposed to be an off-night lamp. I mean, off-white, but I called it off-night.
I like that.
So,
I've seen it on your page.
It looks real good too.
Yeah. If you go on my page, it's just a play on words, and because that's what Water Your Flaws is. It's a play on words, but also a play on your perspective on life. So if you feel like, man, I'm not big enough, or I need to lose some weight, or I can't do this, anything you feel is an issue or problem, just water it. And that's just put a little attention to it. The more and more you do that, the perspective of it changes. So now something you might have been weak at is your strength. And now something that was a strength is normal to you. So you kind of putting yourself in the light. You don't have any flaws.
Yeah.
You only got things that you can tweak to make better. And that's what my journey coming out here was, just tweaking.
And finding your path.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
So, you know, the Answer Call is basically a platform for up-and-coming underground people that are trying to pave a way for themselves.
Yeah.
What can you say has really encouraged you to really walk in your purpose? Especially with this, entrepreneurship is kind of tedious. Once you get started, you have your bumps and your highs and your lows. What has encouraged you the most to go through this process?
I would have to say it's probably the one thing we all have, but nobody likes to say it out loud: the fear of success.
Mm-hmm.
We all want to be successful, but if it was as easy as drinking this, a lot of us wouldn't even drink it because on the way up, we'll be too much in our thoughts. So before I left New York, I was kind of in that space. I was kind of scared to be alone and scared to basically just go after what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I just got fed up. The more and more time went by, I just like, you know what? I started putting myself in positions to where I had no choice but to face my fear. So I don't have any family out here.
Yeah.
I got a handful of friends, and I knew, like, you know what? I can go to Atlanta, but I know too many people over there.
Yeah.
I could go to Cali, but I might be distracted. Let me go over here where I know just enough people, and I can still have that time to every day face my fear.
Yeah.
And that's what I did every day.
Yeah, I like how you say that, really, because like I was telling you, I'm from Waco, and nobody in my family is doing what I'm doing, but I had to put myself in a position where I could face it by myself. If I was going to fail, I was going to be the one to do it because I was going to be the one to start it. I love that.
Yeah, because I don't know about y'all, but I look at, let's say, my dad, and a lot of the times in his face, he's saying to me with his expressions, like, man, I wish I would have went after what I
Really want to do.
Yeah, and I
Because
don't
you
want to
see
be
you
his
doing
age.
it,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I don't want to be his age, content with a retirement check and be like, man, I wish I did this. Man, I wish I did that.
Yeah.
So I put myself in that position every day. Just even though I get anxiety like a motherfucker, like, so I don't know about curse, but when you put yourself in that type of position, you constantly have to get results.
Yeah.
So there was like when I first moved out here, I didn't work for the first year
Yeah.
because I was like, you know what, let me get settled, but that was me taking it easy on myself. Fast forward to now, I work 2 jobs and I still got other businesses that I'm trying to maintain,
Yeah.
along with buying investment properties. So once you put a lot on your plate, it's easy to eat it. You just gotta really be hungry.
Yeah.
You hungry though?
I mean, you got to, because when I sit back and think, we all got this. If you don't make it, what's next?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
But
know?
the beautiful thing about answering your call is it's how you answer it and pick it up along the way. It's the projects in between. In the previous interview we had, shout out to Ashlow, it was just being happy with the small moments, just like the big moments. Like for real, shout out to you, because this is a big moment for me. Like, we've been in the process of building the answer call, so the fact that you helping our set come together, and you said, a goal for you is to build set designs. This a step.
This was up like this
Yeah.
is a
This
lot
one
for
of 'em.
us for sure. 'Cause
Well, I'm a firm believer in energy, and I know about the laws of attraction, all the other laws. And if I want to implement myself in a certain arena, I have to create the opportunities. Opportunities don't come to you. You have to create them, and then it goes from there. So if I want to be able to be doing interviews and do certain stuff, I got to show, like, hey, look, I'm willing.
Yeah.
And the more you show people you're willing, the more they're like, hey, well, if you did this, can you do this?
Yeah.
And hey, I know a person that can do this. And before you know it, it's like, now I got jobs.
you got more people.
Now I got
coming to
more
see you.
people coming to see me. Now I got people that actually have an interest. So it's just that, and just trying to basically polish your craft in every way, like do your homework. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, before y'all do an interview with somebody, y'all thinking about, like, all right, what can I ask this person? What can I not? How does this sound out loud? Just feeding off each other. When you're creative, you gotta keep constantly working on your craft.
And how does
Because-
your creative process wrap around that? Like, how do you decide what you're gonna give to people? Because I think I just told you about something, and you was like, "What you think about this?" Like, this was his idea to put our names on the couch.
Yeah.
I ain't even think about this. He was like, "What you think about
Because
this?"
the
I'm
number one
like,
thing I know is I want to brand myself.
Yeah.
So if I want to brand myself, the best way I can do that is help others brand themselves.
Yeah.
So when somebody comes in here and they're doing an interview and they ask you, like, yo, where'd you get this from? And you be like, oh, well, what are your flaws? And da-da-da. Now that's a potential customer. So it's just about being attentive, like, okay, don't miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, she could have been Rick Ross, I'd have been just as attentive because I know, like, this can go to the next level. And I've been around musicians, and you never know what's going to pop for a person.
Yeah.
You know, like, y'all doing a little podcast with me today. Who's to say next week y'all ain't got Glorilla or Jay-Z or somebody? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Manifest.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes everything that y'all did before that
Yeah.
10 times more
Yeah.
bigger because it's like, oh, wow, you on there.
because you were here first, you were a part of it, and so
That says a lot. I mean, I do appreciate you doing this for us, for real, because I was like, dang, you really gonna do it? Like,
Yeah, and two, I don't like to waste my time. And
yeah,
I see how passionate, just from afar, my friend Ali is.
yeah,
And it's like, if somebody could wake up every day and be constantly on it, whether it
Yeah.
be posting, whether it be interviews, whether it be attentiveness, like, I did interviews before. She the first one to send me an email, confirmation
The
and
girl
stuff.
is consistent.
Yeah, and the professionalism.
Yeah.
Once you got that, it's like, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Look, I want to say we're going to help you for sure because when I'm going through your page, I want to see the process. I'm like, bro, where's the process?
Yeah.
I want to see the scratch. I want to see the final. I got to see, y'all go check out his Instagram, Water Your Flaws, but I got to see your finished products like you was talking about, off-night shoes.
Yeah.
Your lamp, I got to see them. So, but I do look forward to seeing more content.
Yeah.
I look forward to helping your page grow and whatever I could do. I want to ask you this. So, was there ever a time where you created something for somebody and they're like, I don't like it?
Oh, yeah.
How did you take that?
In the beginning, it was really tough for me because I'd be like, yo, but I asked you what you wanted. You gave me a breakdown. But then I realized, like, all right, not everybody's gonna like a Louis Vuitton chair or couch.
Mm-hmm.
So just like how you're critical on people's gonna be critical on your work, you have to accept that. And it doesn't mean that you're bad. It just, they don't see your vision.
Yeah, how artistic.
Yeah,
you
so
put in.
when I come across the people that do see the vision and they want something, oh yeah, you're gonna have it.
Yeah.
Because the people that I did with, bro, I didn't gave away more free things than I've sold.
Yeah.
But that's because I want my name out there.
Yeah. You know what the return is off real.
Yeah, I know that.
And a lot of people wouldn't do that, you know what I'm saying, giving out free stuff. So how do you deal with that? Because, I mean, like, even for us, like, a lot of the interviews we do, we ain't making no money on. Like, just on the come up, we know we got to do this to get to where we're going. So we not charging people in any circumstance. But it's just like, how do you deal with situations like that? Because I'm pretty sure you at a point now where you like, dang, I got to do something else free again. Like, how do you deal with situations like that?
Honestly, since I've been in Houston, in New York, I was giving away a lot of free stuff because friends, family, I was at a point where I just wanted people to have something of me. Like, I wanted them to just have me in their house, whether it was a chair or something. So once I got out of New York, I kind of, like, scaled that down, and I was able to just decide, like, you know what? Let me get this person something. Some people, they're not into loud things or into unique customized things. So I kind of just, I don't really pay them no attention.
Yeah.
It's either you're going to have tunnel vision with this or you're not.
Yeah.
So I can go on my DM and see 100 people that love what I do. And I know there's 100 people or 200 that, that's nice, but it ain't for me. The balance of it is knowing that regardless of what all of y'all feel, I'm going to make it regardless.
Regardless of how you
Regardless, I'm going to create and I'm going to make it.
All right, I want to talk about P Squared. I want you to just, before we talk about all the different things that you do, because you create custom furniture, set designs, custom designs. Mm-hmm. You even did something with a bike. Like, at this point, whatever you put your hands on, for real, whatever you allow yourself to create, you could do. Talk about P Squared. Where does that come from? What does that mean?
All right, so like I said earlier, like, being into energy, you're going to kind of like veer off into all of the things that's related to it, whether it be numerology, spirituality, whatever. So in that process, I wanted a name, a creative name that really resonated with what I wanted, what I thought, and who I am. So Power 2 is basically a short version for Power to the People. So one of my biggest idols is Huey P. Newton from the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
that term right there, power two, if you notice, it moved there on with time and was like, kind of like a quotable now. So when somebody be like, man, I'm finna go over here and do this and that, hey, man, power to you. You know, the way that the word started breaking down to me more and more, I realized, like, man, it could be power to the answer call, power to whatever it is you want. That's the math equation. Power to this
And it just
equals
uplifting
you.
that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just more of like just an association, just like water your floors, a play on words to where it's always gonna give you positivity.
It's
Yeah.
catchy too,
Yeah.
and it's a vibe. It sounds like it's just real.
Yeah, yeah, because there was a saying that I saw. It was like, plant the seed of intention, water your floors, and manifest your future. It was something like that. And the water your floors part stuck out to me because in that time, I was kind of figuring out, like, yo, what am I gonna do in my life? Like, am I gonna stay in New York? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do that? Do I wanna be with this girl? Do I wanna do this? Do I want kids? No. Well, I had so many questions that I was like, nah, you gotta start answering them. And the only way you can answer your call is by making the decision.
So Water Your Flowers came, that name associating to your artistic creativity came at the same time you was trying to figure out what you was gonna be doing. How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
Wow.
3.5 years ago, yeah.
And you've been walking in your purpose ever
Yeah,
since?
so whenever that was it 2020 when COVID happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got fired March that year from the school. Well, they laid everybody off. And that was when I was kind of like everybody else, like, yo, what's next? Like,
Yeah,
is
what can
this
you
about
do?
to turn into
Yeah.
The Walking Dead? Like,
Yeah.
what's about to... And then as time went on, by August, I was like, oh, okay, everything ain't going to end. There's going to be a tomorrow. I just got to figure out who I'm going to be on the other side of this.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, you know what? If the Most High can make this afford me to get to Houston, because I ain't have no money to get out here, man, when I say I sold so many chairs and tables that it paid for me to get to Houston, my apartment, it just got me everything that I've affirmed verbally. So I was like, yeah, this is what I got to do.
And you where you needed to be. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy because COVID, I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs really got to tap into everything. So,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just a lot of stuff that I think I got to tap into too. So I want you to go ahead and share some encouraging words with other entrepreneurs that are going to be looking at this because, look,
Yeah.
you doing it. You know what I'm saying? I need them to tap in with you.
I mean, the most encouraging thing I could tell you is not every day is going to feel like the most productive, positive, or creative, but you got to push through because when you look back, those days you're not going to remember. These memories I'm going to remember. So the whole carrying these down 2 flights of steps by myself and
While it's raining.
while it's raining, and
Man.
I'm not going to remember that, but I am going to remember this interview. So the positive is going to stick around way longer than the negative. I know they say negativity spreads faster, but positivity lasts longer. And as much as I have my days where I be like, man, I'm going to just go back to New York. I'm by myself. I'm homesick. I ain't had my grandmother's cooking in. So I really start to think, but where's that going to put me in my process? And if you can't see your future with your creativity or with your entrepreneurship, then you need to slow down and just start adding some more positivity to it to just make it resonate with you. Because not every day is going to be the strongest. Today wasn't my strongest, but I got off of work. I still made it here.
He did,
And
on
I'm
time.
grateful. I'm on time.
On time.
And I'm just grateful that I even got this type of opportunity because I know Complex is next.
Yeah.
Forbes and all this
Hey,
other
it's
stuff
definitely
is next.
Hey, it's
So-
it's next for everybody. But look, before we go, I want you to just say if you could describe your artistic creativity in one song, what would it be?
In one song, it would probably be, it had to be the song that I've been listening to probably all week, Nipsey Hussle, 100 The Show.
All right, and
Okay.
on that note, that's what's up. Before we hang this up,
Before we drop this line,
hey, pick
pick
up
up the next call with your girls.
And you can follow me on Instagram at ZaneHalitha.tv.
Y'all can follow me, rocking_with_Leah. Make sure y'all follow Ruben as well. Go ahead, shout your Instagram.
Power
out.
__2.
Y'all heard that here,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Shout out to Exotic Pop too. Look, we got
Yes,
the,
sir.
got the cups in the building. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time
Thank
today.
y'all
And
for
I
having me,
appreciate you
man.
because it's
I
dope.
appreciate it, man.
Nah,
for real.
Yeah, you know,
Hey,
thank you, we thank
appreciate it, man. It's time to go get a lemon drop.
No, for real. No, for real.
Yeah,
you.
man.
No, for real.
You want to get a reel of him real quick?